I often get asked, what is the difference between psychic and mediumship? So I'm going to give you a brief explanation. Psychic is a soul-to-soul connection, basically the medium's ability to blend their soul with the soul of the sitter, the living person who we're doing the reading for. Now, in a psychic reading, the information that comes through is generally about the person receiving the reading, or sometimes about other people in their lives. It looks at often jobs or relationships, things that are really weighing on us in our present day life, different based on each individual. So we're looking at the past, present, and then the potentials for the future. Now, I personally don't believe that anyone can firmly predict the future because we all have free will choices. So I may become aware of a possibility in your life, and then if you decide, for example, I don't want to become a nurse, even though you see that I have the potential to become a nurse. Well, then if you don't go to nursing school, you won't become a nurse. But I may be able to see that you have the potential to be a wonderful nurse. I hope that's clear. So psychic is me connecting with the person that I'm reading for, learning information about their past, because often our past helps us understand the present, and understanding what's going on in their present life, what are the elements that are affecting it, and how might this play out. So that's basic understanding of psychic. Mediumship is also a soul-to-soul connection. It's the soul of the medium blending with the soul of the deceased loved one. So it's a loved one in the spirit world that the medium is able to communicate with through a blending of the souls. Now, the type of mediumship that I personally practice is called evidential mediumship, which means that I like loved ones to give specific details about who they were when they were in the physical world, so that the person I'm reading for, the sitter, can understand for sure that that's their person. The example that I often give is, it's really wonderful to hear that Aunt Sally loves you and misses you and is so proud of you, but it's much more powerful to hear, do you remember when you had that sleepover at Aunt Sally's house when you were about 6 years old and you guys got to make the Jiffy Pop? More specific details like that is what I personally hold as my goal. So each communicator is different, just like each human is different. They are able to retain their memories and their personality. So that is what I really love to bring through in a reading. I don't control what they talk about or in what order. So they'll talk about whatever they need to talk about to validate themselves. For some spirit communicators, it might be that they want to talk about their work, or it might be that they want to talk about their grandkids, or it might be that they want to talk about that beautiful piece of artwork that you remember always hanging in their home that they loved, that you now own. So each spirit communicator is different, just like each of us are different. And they are able to convey details to me through a soul-to-soul connection. And then I work with them and work with the sitter to understand the information that I'm being given, to understand those memories or those jobs, hobbies, the personality traits. Sometimes I have grandmas take me on tours of their home if they really loved and were proud of their home. So it can be all sorts of information. What I like to encourage people is, it's a very human thing to hold on to, like, if it's really you, just say your name, for example. It doesn't always work that way. And sometimes when the sitter is holding on so tightly to wanting to hear one piece of information, it almost blocks the energy around that piece of information. So I suggest just being open to whatever information they want to share. Be honest in your sitting when you say yes, no, or I don't know to whatever the detail is that I or whatever medium you're working with gives you. But really just open your mind to all the parts of their personality and all the memories that you shared with them. So that is a basic difference between psychic and mediumship. Psychic, connecting with the living person that the reading is for. Mediumship, connecting with the spirit person who's already passed over to the other side and gaining information that they want to share about their life when they were here in the physical world. I'm happy to answer any additional questions you may have about the differences between psychic and mediumship. And truthfully, most sessions, probably 90%, are a little bit of both. Myself, I try to be very clear and let you know when I'm psychically in your space or when I'm getting the information from a loved one and who it is. So I hope that helps answer your question. And I look forward to hearing any additional questions you may have or any follow-up questions you have about the differences between psychic and mediumship.